And good morning. It is 10:55. Let's get going here with a tornado warning that is in effect. We'll get everything getting going here. Again, this is a tornado warning that has been issued. Let's go over to the radar here. And this is just issued within the last few minutes. This is a tornado warning that includes northwestern Waukesha County, northeastern Jefferson County, and southeastern Dodge County until 11:30. This is near Hustisford, and this is a radar-indicated tornado that was just near Loch LaBelle, heading towards Oconomowoc and eventually Delafield and Dousman. Here we have a line of thunderstorms that is now starting to rotate. So again, if you are just joining us, let's dive into this here. If you are there's also a severe thunderstorm warning surrounding this. They're going to warn most of this line here, so that now includes Milwaukee for 60-mile-per-hour winds surrounding this. But let's talk about the tornado warning. So if you are under this, again, this is all developed very, very quickly. And this has been one of the strangest weather patterns I have been a part of. But let's talk about this here, and I want to put this into motion. So again, if you are in the red shaded area here, so that is from Dousman to Sullivan up to Kleiman and Hustisford, Ashapin as well, you are in this tornado warning. And this is interesting, just looking at this here from a rotational perspective, because it does look like it's weakening to me. This is northeast of Watertown, but then you have kind of another area of strong winds developing to the east of Oconomowoc. So again, kind of an odd layout here overall, but if you are in this tornado warning, I think the reason why they issued this, again, we're looking at this together here, is really going to be in this area here, sort of on the back side, if you will. And again, let's just to reiterate, if you're just joining here, and again, my colleagues Stephanie Barrichello and Rob Haswell are currently on the air, and then I am monitoring this here from home. So this tornado warning is going to run for about another half an hour. This is a very oddly shaped line to be tornado warned with. I think the bigger story is going to be the severe thunderstorms that are going to be coming on through, as we have an entire line coming through here. But, well, I'm going to load up the National Weather Service chat here as well. Oh, my goodness. All right, stand by here. They got a new severe thunderstorm warning. They're going to warn this whole line now. Did you see that one just light up? So that's going to be Ozaukee County in there as well. But hang on a minute. There was a funnel cloud in Kleiman. Yeah, so that was the hook that was near Kleiman. And I think that appears to me to be weakening. But I think if you are in Ashapin, if you're in Oconomowoc, if you're in Summit, you should be in your tornado safe spot. Gosh, there are reports coming out of Walworth County that a line worker has been struck by lightning and is in a tree. My goodness. In the Whitewater area. All right, so again, I am Tom Wachs. If you're just joining me here, I'm in the Milwaukee area, and I'm kind of getting caught up as all this is unfolding here as well. We have several things of note here. Number one is this tornado warning that is in effect until 11:30, and to be honest with you, that appears to be, the rotation appears to be falling largely apart, which is good. I think stay in your tornado safe spot. We will see if that's going to continue. The reason why they issued it was for this little hook area here up by Kleiman and Hustisford. And there were some funnel cloud reported with that. So I think that I'm honestly, we'll see how that goes. In fact, let's look real quick, and then I'll get into what's happening in Milwaukee. Let's look at what's called the correlation coefficient here. This would be like a debris ball. Again, if you're just joining us, my colleagues are on the air at Fox 6. I am here broadcasting from home online. I'm not seeing anything super concerning from this vantage point from what we would call a debris ball perspective. But that's a lot of rain, Neosho, Ashapin for you, and then heading into the Milwaukee area. So, tornado warning, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. Again, this is in effect until 11:30. I'm going to pull up the chat here as well, so feel free to comment as well with this. And again, this is going to be for Oconomowoc, Dousman. But again, it's very confusing because it's raining in Oconomowoc. That's not the tornadic part. The tornadic part is this area here that is just to the southeast of Hustisford. So it's going to be heading into Ixonia shortly. Does that make sense? So that's why this is really very confusing. This is far from a typical storm. This entire system has been far from typical. So we'll see if they continue with that tornado warning or not at this point. Everybody else, Washington, Ozaki, Waukesha, Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, everyone's under a severe thunderstorm warning for the rest of the area here. And this is for strong winds up to 60 miles per hour. I'm located in Mequon. We're really starting to rumble here. That's going to be, I think, the big story. Yes, there's a tornado warning in effect. Looks like to me that rotation is weakening. But again, that is something that I think is not as concerning. Let me kind of recenter this for you here a little bit. Let's break down the wind, and let me get to your chat here too a little bit. Give me a second here. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been just crazy. All right, so give me a second here. Yeah, well, Whitewater 0.09. Sorry, let me go down to Whitewater. Yeah, so you're done for now in Whitewater, and I don't know. Well, I'll look at the future here in a minute. To be honest with you, I was taking a nap when this all unfolded, so I will take a look at that. Sam, you're freaking out. You're in Brookfield. You're all right, Sam. You're gonna be good to go. This is just wind and rain for you. Okay. Hail in Mugwanago. Thank you for that. Let's look at that right now. The hail parameter, because that's something I have not really dove into yet. So, yeah, that is increasing in Mugwanago. There's a lot of hail as well going into Ashapin and the tornado warning storm. So that is certainly a concern both for you in Mugwanago, and that could head into Milwaukee, by the way. So the hail threat is increasing. Waukesha, okay, you're in the basement in Delafield. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit. Good idea for you. I think for Delafield, I'm not as concerned for a tornado, but you should be in your basement. So keep it there until we get an update. I'm going to see if we have an update. Oh, okay, hang on a minute. I don't know where this is, but somebody just shared this. There's structure, or there was structure with that storm. So that basically means that there was likely rotation there. Wait, a visual tornado. Okay, I'm just looking at our chat system with the weather service. Oh, maybe there was a little one in there. I don't know where that was. So there was no locator on that. Okay. And Dodge County, we got folks that are out, firefighters are out looking at the storm, and there is no report, additional report of funnel clouds. I think the rotation is ending, that this is turning into a hailer. Look at Jackson, too. The hail is starting to fill in, and I think the wind is going to increase as well, which we'll look at. So, Micah, thank you for that report. Again, Sam, I wouldn't freak out. This is just going to be some wind for you. Kim, where is it headed? This is going to impact really Sheboygan going. It's going to impact everybody if you are along or east of this line. So everyone's getting rain. Let's look at it that way, right? Good news there. And Diana, this came out of nowhere. You're telling me. This has just been just crazy. Caitlin in Janesville, you're good for now. I'll analyze the later here with you in a minute. Deej in Port Washington, you got the rain heading in for you. Interesting, Jill, report from you. In our basement in Eagle right now, the way the water was flowing down the street, I'd say flash flooding could be an issue. Thank you for that. You should be getting much better now. But again, this is going to be some heavy, heavy rain. Amanda, thank you about Beaver Dam. Yeah, you are looking good as well. Interesting. Samantha, tornado sirens went off in Menominee Falls. You're in the basement. All right, you are fine from a tornado standpoint. There is no tornado warning for you, but here's the deal. What likely happened in Waukesha County is the sirens went off for the entire county is likely what happened here. So the entire county, the sirens are sounding, but it's just for the portion, in the Oconomowoc area, okay, and Summit, where the tornado warning is. So you're okay in Menominee Falls. If you want to stay in the basement, stay in the basement. But there is no tornado threat for you at this point. Again, if you have questions, please put them in the comments. I'm going to go through those. Again, my colleagues are on the air on Fox 6, Stephanie Barakello and Rob Haswell. I just am jumping on here online to kind of get the online gap filled in here a little bit. Let's see here if I'm missing anything. Thank you guys so much. Waterford, Eden, you're fine. This is just, you got hail and heavy rain, but you guys are okay. Hartford, you're in it right now. However, you're going to be getting better in about 10 minutes. Will the rotation reach Summers at this point? No. You're going to be good in Summers. Greenfield, thank you. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through all this here. Let's see. We need the rain. We do. Racine, you've got rain coming in. Iron Ridge, you are still in this. Sorry, hang on here. Let me zoom this out for you. Iron Ridge, you are still right on the edge. Looks like it's just ended for you in Iron Ridge, so you're good to go. It's actually moving at a good clip. Okay, now I need to get back to the tornado warning end of this. Let's do an analysis. Again, you guys are awesome. Listen, don't freak out about this. There's no reason to panic at all about this. In fact, that it's an odd tornado warning. Okay, a couple updates for you. Over an inch of rain at Eagle Spring Lake in southern Waukesha County. Water is starting to pond on local roads. Weather Service is now keeping an eye in East Troy. Again, okay, couple things. Where this tornado warning is, this is the radar site. You see the big hole right here? That's the radar site. So we're going to get a view of the low end of the storm that's over Ixonia right now. So climb in, Eustisford, you're good to go. It's going to be Ixonia, Concord, Oconomowoc, Sullivan, Dousman. I heard someone in Delafield's in their basement. Smart move. It's going to be this area here near Ixonia if that starts to spin more. The spin is not great to me. However, we need to watch that. This is more concerning to me. Raymond, Yorkville, potentially, and then this guy, which the Weather Service was just talking about. So let me zoom this out. You see these little red areas that are just popping up? These are little areas of rotation within this line of storms, and they're moving in different directions, right? Odd. So the Weather Service, as of right now, is watching this area to the southeast of East Troy. So if you are in Burlington and maybe even the north side of Lake Geneva, I would be paying close attention. No tornado warning on that right now. For the one that's back up towards Oconomowoc, it's looking like the rotation is weakening. That's per the Weather Service. So that is something that is good. Also, this one near Yorkville, you see how this is just popping up? You see the red there? So we're starting to get some rotation. So these are the two areas that I'm concerned with. I know someone just asked about Oak Creek. Yorkville to Oak Creek, and then just to the southeast, I think Burlington, your winds have really popped. Did you hear the thunder there outside of my window? This is a weird storm, you guys, in that we're just seeing these little areas of spin within this messy line of storms, almost unlike anything I've ever seen. This is not like April either. So these are the two areas that I'm watching. We'll see if they issue tornado warnings. Right now, there are not tornado warnings, but if you see these blue circled areas, that's what I'm watching for in terms of rotation. Tornado, let's see here. Oconomowoc, I just talked about you. I'll try to get through. I know there's so many comments, and I really appreciate these here. Thank you, Amber in Waldo. Cat, tornado threat for Milwaukee. I would say, if anything, right now, it's Oak Creek, not Milwaukee. Greendale sirens are going off. No tornado warning in Greendale right now. Pewaukee, at this point, you're good. This is just going to be some very heavy rain and wind for you. Let's see here. Genesee Depot, no tornado warning. Your sirens are probably going off, but we need to watch you closely. Merton, let me zoom this out. I'm going to go back to the regular radar. So again, if you're just joining me, these are all severe thunderstorm warnings, with the exception of the tornado warning that includes Oconomowoc and Delafield. All right, so this is mainly going to be a wind and rain event for us, and it's going to be a good hour before this moves out. We are getting much needed rain. Localized flooding is possible, which I know is crazy given how dry we've been. But there are embedded areas of rotation within this, and I'll tell you, just looking at this, I'm concerned. I wonder if they're going to issue a warning here northwest of Burlington. Stand by. Not hearing anything from the Weather Service at this point, but it's going to be right there. And the thing I say, let's match that with the velocity. Yep, exactly right there. We're starting to see the spin here in the Burlington Spring Prairie area, but watch this. You see that little hook area? I think they're going to issue a warning for this. Haven't heard from the Weather Service at this point, but I would say this. Just get ready here very quickly in short order. Spring Prairie, Burlington, Lyons, Boners Lake, Wheatland, that circled area. That is the concern that I have. And I think if they issued the tornado warning for up to the north in Oconomowoc, that I would imagine they're going to issue one here. Stand a ping pong ball sized hail, Lac La Belle. That is big. Ping pong ball sized hail, Lac La Belle. So again, sorry, give me just a moment here. Just texting the weather team, making sure we're all good on that end. So again, stay with me here. Oof. So there's the radar update. I'm going to switch us over here. See if we have a velocity update. I don't like this, guys. Burlington, let me know here. I got to fast forward here through some of the comments. Anyone in Burlington, let me know what you're experiencing. So stand by here. I'm going to give you an update. Oak Creek, yeah, get all your stuff in the garage for sure. You have some rotation. It's not as much heading towards you, but that's obviously just a ton of rain. I'm surprised at this point that they're not tornado warning this. Near Burlington, there is rotation on radar with this. So let me go back here. What I'm going to do, sorry, I know I'm jumping around a little bit on you. Let's go through and talk about what is going on for those just joining us here as a whole. Wow, Oconomowoc lightning is insane. And the rain is insane out of this as well. Sheboygan, yes, you're getting thunderstorms moving in right now as well. Nothing severe. All right, so here's the deal. Broadening the view out for you, take a look at this entire line of storms. For the first time in a long time, the good news is we're all getting rain, and it's very heavy. We could even have some localized flooding, okay? There are severe thunderstorm warnings in the yellow shaded area. All right, so that's wind and even some hail, and I'll go through that in a minute. The concern is the tornado warning that we have in effect for another 13 minutes, and that's going to be just for the area of Oconomowoc that may even be spinning again here, and then another area of rotation heading towards Burlington. And thank you, Patricia. A wind picking up as well as rain. Sky is so dark. Patricia, in Burlington, you might want to get in your basement to be on the safe side here because of what I'm seeing on the radar. Let's see. I'm not hearing anything about a tornado warning yet for Burlington, but do you see what I mean here? So let me pause this. There's a little finger there by Oconomowoc. There's a little, almost a bigger finger here by Burlington. I think Waterford, you're fine from a tornado standpoint. This would be to your west. And here's the thing. Let me put this into motion. They're moving southeast. You see what I mean? So usually you'd expect them to move northeast. This whole thing is bizarre. This whole storm is bizarre. And this popped up so quick. Thank you guys so much for all of your reports with this. Now let's talk about the hail. So first of all, I know I'm jumping around. If you're in the tornado warning, so if you're in the red box, get in your tornado safe location. That does not include Muskego or Mukwonago or Waterford. All right. Burlington, I would be in your tornado safe spot right now, even though there's no tornado warning for you, because that puppy is spinning right there as well. Milwaukee, Greenfield, Port Washington, Grafton, heavy rain. So again, and then everyone along this line, let me zoom this out for you. Everyone along this line is going to get heavy rain, and this is going to last for a good hour. All right, a lot of lightning. Hales Corners, you're going to just get a lot of rain from this. Okay, someone asked, I think, about Adele. You've got a lot of heavy rain up towards the Sheboygan County area. So again, this is mainly a rain event. Let's look at the hail real quick. And then someone asked about later, and I need to look at that. We'll look at that together. Yeah, see the largest hail here. Okay, new tornado warning just going up. Yep, I totally agree with this. All right, sirens are going to start going off here. And this is for, I totally agree with this. This is for large hail and a tornado. This is near Lake Geneva or Boner's Lake. This is a tornado warning until noon. Let me read off some of the towns. You might be able to see them here. Let me see on your screen. Let me pull that back up here. Yep, Burlington, sirens just went off. All right. Lake Geneva, Twin Lakes, Wheatland, Genoa City, Silver Lake, Powers Lake, Boners Lake, Pell Lake, Camp Lake, to name a few. Waterford, technically you are under this, along with New Munster and Honey Creek, Burlington, of course, as well. This tornado warning is in effect until noon. And that's a lot of hail, Burlington. If you are in this tornado warning, get in your tornado safe location. Again, get in your tornado safe spot. This one has me a bit more concerned. Again, for eastern parts of Walworth County, technically the east side of Lake Geneva, Lyons, Wheatland, Twin Lakes, Salem Lakes, Pell Lake, Waterford, you're on the edge of this, but now do you see the pink over Burlington? That's the hail, and that's going to be big time hail. Let's talk about the rotation because it's definitely spinning. Now, this doesn't look to me, to be a classic signature, but it's rotating. All right around Burlington and Boners Lake. So Wheatland, you are next. Followed by Twin Lakes and then Salem Lakes as well. Waterford, I know you're in this. Spring Prairie and just south of East Troy, I know you're in this as well. However, the rotation is to your south. The rotation is over Burlington and Lyons. All right? Burlington and Lyons is where the rotation is, and it's moving southeast. So you need to be in your tornado safe location as we speak in this area. Okay? So again, let me animate that for you. Then we'll talk about the Oconomowoc one as well. So the one near Caledonia is decreasing in rotation. That is good news. Interesting. So this is sort of broad rotation over Burlington. It's probably going to be straight line winds more than anything. However, I just don't like what I'm seeing, and I agree with the tornado warning. I think the hail is big time. This is also what I don't like. You see the curl right there? That's absolute rotation right there. That's showing effectively that the rain is rotating near the Burlington area. So again, Burlington, Wheatland, anywhere in this tornado warning, Burlington or south, you need to be in your tornado safe location right now. Everybody else to the east is experiencing that heavy rainfall, okay? Now, let me go, again, this tornado warning in effect until noon. Now, go back up to Oconomowoc. Somebody asked about that. The rotation, to me, it's still there a little bit near Concord. However, it is nowhere near what it was earlier. This tornado warning expires in 7 minutes. Hang on a minute. And it looks like they are going to let this they might let that tornado warning expire. We're in the 10-minute window, so they can't cancel a tornado warning within 10 minutes. We'll see what they end up doing with it. They may reissue it, but right now, Oconomowoc, I'd still be in your tornado safe spot to be safe. It's right over you, but in the next 7 minutes, you're going to be fine. The question will be south of there. Yes, Mequon, I agree. I'm in Mequon. It's not pleasant at the moment. Okay, hang on a minute here. Tornado possible in Pleasant Prairie. At this point, Pleasant Prairie, you are not in it. I think it's going to go to your west right now. Let me try to get some more questions here. Hail in Oconomowoc. Thank you, Hannah. Kenosha, you're just very rainy. You are not in the tornado warning. Rainy and windy, Kaylee and Greenfield. Brookfield, rainy and windy, no tornado warning for you. Is Sturtevant going to get a tornado? At this point, no. I think that rotation has largely ended there. Wendy, 2 tornado warnings right now. One is for portions of Walworth, Racine, Kenosha counties. So that's from just east of Lake Geneva to Waterford, down to Salem Lakes and Twin Lakes. Another one for the Oconomowoc area. So again, hopefully someone's got a newborn, they said, in the basement. Okay, don't panic here. Let me and Caledonia, you're fine too. Just some heavy rain and wind for you. And Lake Geneva, you're fine in Lake Geneva. This is going to be just to your east toward Lyons. Union Grove, you are not in the tornado warning, and Waukesha, you are not in the tornado warning, but you have a lot of rain headed your way. Let me clarify what's going on here. So, I jumped on here a little bit ago as the first tornado warning was being issued, and I am currently at home. My colleagues are at work. Rob Haswell and Stephanie Barrichello are on TV. This is mainly a rain event, okay? And let me bring myself back on here. This is mainly a rain event for us, which we need, and it's very dark and it's windy. We've got some hail in spots as well. That's mainly what this is for everyone. But there are two locations of rotation right now. One of them near Oconomowoc, just pushing south of Oconomowoc, that is weakening. And another one that's decent is around Burlington. But here's the deal. They are both moving to the south-southeast. Usually it would move northeast. There's nothing normal about this storm system, I'll tell you. This is moving to the south-southeast. So if you are in Sullivan, for example, if you are in Dousman, you should be in your tornado safe spot. If you are in Burlington, if you're in Boners Lake, and then points to the south-southeast from there, you should be in your tornado safe spot. Those are the two tornado and big hail areas that we're concerned with. Everybody else is wind and heavy rain. I'm in Mequon, and you might be able to hear behind me the heavy rain that I've got going on here too. So again, I'm hearing sirens going off in Kenosha. You are not in a tornado warning, Kenosha. So here's the deal, and this happened in Waukesha too. A lot of times they will they will sound the sirens for the entirety of the county, even if the entire county is not in the warning. All right. So Kenosha, you may be hearing the sirens, but this warning is not in effect for you. The warning goes to right around, just to the west of Bristol, right around Paddock Lake and Salem Lakes, just to the west of Brighton. It is not for this blob that you see here, even though Paris, Summers, it's raining like crazy, right? The tornado warning itself is southeast of Burlington now. So again, be very careful. Don't go by the sirens because they may go off for the whole county. Same thing in Waukesha, okay? The tornadic aspect of this here is, again, in the Boners Lake area. Patrick, why would they sound it for the whole county? That is a conversation for another day. And I have a lot of thoughts on that. Milwaukee is changing theirs at this point. Let me see. I'm going to try to get to as many comments as I can. There are a lot of them. You guys are wonderful. Again, I know there's a lot of anxiety with this. Let me be very clear. 2 tornado warnings. Everybody else, it's just going to be a ton of rain, wind, and some hail. All right. Let's go back to the rotation, and I need to check in with the Weather Service. Okay. Storm near Burlington putting down large hail. No surprise. Okay, so the tornado warning for Jefferson and Waukesha counties is going to expire at 11:30. The tornado warning, they're upping that to golf ball sized hail, and they're putting what they call a considerable tag on this. So, couple things. The tornado warning box that you see here for Oconomowoc, that is done in 2 minutes. The tornado warning that you see for, yes, Kenosha is good, by the way. Boners Lake, Jennifer, you need to be in your tornado safe spot, certainly right now. Somebody asked up to the north about Manitowoc. Yeah, you need to pay close attention up there. That's a nasty cell. I'll try to get to that here in a bit. But here's the deal. They are upping this tornado warning in Boners Lake for the hail parameter. So you may end up getting another alert on your phone. Muskego, you are not in this. You've just got some wind and rain, okay? So the real concern here, let's go to the hail. So this is for my friends in Burlington, particularly Boners Lake. Someone asked about Twin Lakes. You're right in the path of this. Wheatland, Twin Lakes, Bloomfield, Camp Lake. You need to be in your basement right now. Now, there have been no confirmed reports of tornadoes, but very much so, this is going to be rain-wrapped, okay? So this is going to be shrouded in rain. You're not going to be able to see it. The hail here is big. The sirens are going off in Watertown because the tornado warning is still in effect, even though you're not in it. Again, it's countywide. So you're fine. If you are in, I'm sorry, Waterford is what I was looking at. Watertown, farther to the north, you're fine as well. So you're fine. That tornado warning is going to be done in a minute up there. Okay, thank you, Patricia. High winds in Burlington. You're right in the core of this thing. The rotation is heading right over Boners Lake. It'll be in Wheatland and Twin Lake shortly. Just to put your mind at ease, there have been no reports of tornadoes at this point. Again, no reports of tornadoes out of this, but there is rotation and it is rain wrapped. So don't go outside and try to look at this thing. Get in your basement, lowest level of your home, if you're in this tornado warning. This is going to be a hailer and rotation. Everybody else is wind and a little bit of hail and rain. So everybody else in the area, if you're getting a storm right now, no tornado threat at this point. The only tornado threat on the map is Burlington south of Boners Lake and then to the Twin Lakes area. Okay, real important. Sirens are going off everywhere. You might have gotten phone alerts as well. Only in that tornado warning box, and I'll let me show that to you here. If you're in that tornado warning, and really particularly Burlington and south, this is it. So Wheatland, Twin Lakes, let me circle it. This area here. And then it's going to be in Illinois here before long. Lake Geneva, you are fine. It is going to your east. Mount Pleasant, you've just got rain for you right now. No tornado threat for you. The wind picking up in Boners Lake. Thank you for that. Waukesha, you are fine from a tornado standpoint, but it's a lot of wind, a lot of rain. Okay. I have not looked at anything yet in terms of the future, but I will get there here in a minute. Twin Lakes, you need to be in your tornado safe spot, Lillian, for sure. The rotation is heading in your direction. All right, no confirmed tornado. This is a radar indicated tornado, but you are in the direct path of this. Trevor, let's zoom in for you into the Trevor area. And it looks like, again, in Trevor, I would also, be very much getting into your tornado safe spot as well. Just to be on the safe side here, I would be, again, in your safe location for that. As this tornado warning is close by to you. So that's the one tornado warning on the map. This one has not dropped yet near Delafield. However, that is gone. So that is good news. Give me just 1 second here as we look at the radar. So sorry here, give me just 1 moment. So Trevor, you're kind of right in this here. Well, Trevor, it's a little bit to your west. And let me kind of clarify that. You're sort of right on the edge of this. I don't know if I can even get it to pull up here. The tornado warning is just to your west. So I think Trevor, I would go to Salem Lakes and Paddock Lake more so. So I know you said you have kids at home. I think that the Trevor is okay. So I just wanted to get a little more specific for you there. If you don't have a basement, interior bathroom or interior closet, getting as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Okay. So if you don't have a basement, try to stay away from outside walls and windows. Again, the concern here is Wheatland. The concern here is Twin Lakes. This is going to be into Illinois very shortly. And of interest here, it looks like they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning down in Illinois. So I don't think they're continuing the tornado warning, at least at this point, but we'll see down into Illinois. So let me broaden this out. And then I have not even looked at the future yet, so we'll look at that together here in just a moment. If you are in this tornado warning, you have another 25 minutes. This is in effect until noon. Again, we're getting very close to the border here. Eden, you said you're on the second floor. You're good to, you'll be okay. Just get into that interior room. Okay. Again, there have been no confirmed tornadoes with this, which is good. Menominee Falls. You just made my day, Kelly. We're in Menominee Falls. We're sheltering at work and we're bored. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's hilarious. We're bored. We're sheltered at work. You're fine in Menominee Falls. In fact, I would say within the next 10 to 15 minutes, you can get back to work. You're good to go. Hail spike on the Racine-Kenosha storm, localized street flooding in Grafton. Let's take a look at the hail, which I think we were just looking at a minute ago. That's huge hail. Yeah, that's big time hail. and that's going to head right to the border. So this is a hail plus rotation. End of it. Let's look at the rotation. Interesting. Update on the rotation here. Now I would say Wheatland to Paddock Lake. It's weak, which is good, but it's here now. So that's interesting. That has shifted. It was kind of a larger area of rotation. Wait, we just got an update. And it's even weaker. So, you know, anywhere still from Twin Lakes to Paddock Lake, I would be in your tornado safe spot. I'm less concerned on the rotational standpoint of this. I think this will even be canceled before noon. I would be willing to bet by 11:50. I know that it's a lot of rain, and I know that it's scary given the fact that we've had nothing. We've had all these thunderstorms in the forecast, and then poof, they pop up on us, right? It's been probably one of the craziest, most unpredictable weather patterns I have been, and most frustrating weather patterns I've been a part of. So again, if you're in the red box, stay in your tornado safe spot. Burlington, you're fine. Burlington, Rochester, you're clear. I can clear you guys. Lions, you're good. Browns Lake, you're good. All right, so anywhere north of Burlington and north, you're fine. Anywhere Wheatland, Paddock Lake, Salem Lake, Camp Lake, Twin Lakes, you are in still the zone of rotation and very large hail, okay? Bristol, you are not technically in this warning. However, I would take tornado precautions if you're in Bristol. Boners Lake, 10 minutes, you'll be in the clear. Bristol, I would take tornado precautions. And here's why. Let's look. Let me go back to this guy. Because this rotation is weak heading towards Paddock Lake, but it's heading into Bristol. So I would get in your tornado safe spot, Bristol, until noon. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. The rotation appears to be weakening. However, I would just Bristol to be safe. I would do that. Someone asked about Randall. Same thing. You need to be in your tornado safe location. Right now with that. So again, the rotation is still there. It's just about to push into Illinois. Give me a minute, guys, for West Bend and Waukesha. I'll get to that. Rotation is weakening Twin Lakes to Salem Lakes, but it's still there enough that Bristol, I would send you to the basement for about 10 more minutes. Let's pull up the hail because it has been nasty. That's just nasty hail in that tornado warning. East Troy, you're fine. You're totally fine in East Troy. But, you know, Bristol, you're going to get hit by this hail as well. There's a little bit of hail into Washington County. Now let's go ahead. Let me zoom this out. Waukesha, you're in the thick of it right now. A lot of lightning, a lot of heavy rain. You've got a good 20, 30 minutes before everything settles down. This is increasing a little bit. Now we need to watch Washington County. Wind picking up in Kenosha. You're tornado free in Kenosha, but everyone's got the wind and rain. And that's nasty up in Appleton too, by the way. We may need to watch that for Sheboygan. Yes, Lake Geneva, you're good now. Patricia, thank you. Yeah, Jill, I think you're okay if you're on the east side of Bristol. It's more the west side that I'm concerned with. Kenosha, Pleasant Prairie, you've got rain and wind for you. I want to focus here real quick. Green Bay, you're just about fine. It's more Appleton at this point that I'm concerned with. About 10, 15 minutes, Green Bay, you'll be okay there. Let me focus in on Washington County here. Genoa City, you should be in your tornado safe location. You're right on the edge of this. Kelly, get in your tornado safe location for about the next 20 minutes. Somebody asked, Racine, heavy rain for you, a little bit of hail. Dousman, You are fine. You are good. You're all good. Dousman's all good right now. So I like to have good good reports in here too. But I want to look at what's going on. Sorry for the zoom in this area here in Washington County to see if we're going to get a finger going here. Wow, someone just said the lightning strike was so loud in Waukesha, their ear hurts. That's pretty crazy. I think someone might have gotten struck by lightning too. A power line worker, I believe, utility worker in Whitewater. At least that's an unconfirmed report. So I'm not seeing anything concerning here. This is just going to be heavy rain at this point. So here's the deal. Sheboygan, you've got some rain coming back in, but nothing like you just had. The real concern is going to be right over Wheatland and right on the border. Everybody else, Kenosha, how's that rain for you? Holy cow, that is some rain. Paris, you're right in the thick of this. West Allis, you're in the thick of it as well. You know, again, someone asked about Menasha. Let me talk to you quickly about Menasha. I think you're good out of Menasha. Then we need to start focusing on the future. So actually, no, you're not good in Menasha. That's heading towards you up to the north. Just pay close attention to that. So it looks like it's more Appleton to Green Bay at this point. Menasha, you're right on the edge of that warning. So, but again, that's going to be coming down from Shiocton for you. So we'll watch that as well. Yeah, baseball-sized hail warning in Kenosha. I know that they upped the hail on this. So let's talk about the hail real quick. Kenosha, I'm not concerned for that large of hail for you. However, you know, Salem Lakes, yeah, destructive hail. I know they upped the warning for the hail. Yeah, they're now going baseball-sized hail for the Kenosha-Racine storm. Yep. So they just upped this. So now everyone's phone is alerting like an Amber Alert, right? I get it. And this is why this is not for Kenosha. Okay, so this is the hail portion of this is the tornado warned part. Twin Lakes, Salem Lakes. So I know all of you got it on your phone in Kenosha County. You see the hail here. Reason for that is in the pink shaded area. So Kenosha, again, not expecting, even though, and I don't know if you can see this on your screen. Let me see here. Yeah, you can see it there. That entire severe thunderstorm warning has been for baseball-sized hail. This is serious, but we're not seeing baseball-sized hail in Kenosha, and I need to be clear on that. The baseball-sized hail is going to be right here. Okay, so not in Kenosha. Even though, yes, you got the phone alert, even though, yes, everyone's under the warning, the hail is in the pink shaded area. Tell your friends this too. That I know that everyone got this alert, but not everyone is going to get the baseball-sized hail. In fact, the baseball-sized hail is going to be moving into Illinois shortly with this area, okay? So Kenosha, again, no baseball-sized hail for you. Boners Lake, yes, you are clear. You're good to go. This tornado warning is done in just about 17 minutes. No tornadoes for Kenosha. You're good. No baseball-sized hail for Kenosha, even though you got the alert. Okay, so again, the baseball-sized hail potential is going to be west of Kenosha. West of Kenosha. Very, very clear here, even though everybody got the phone alert. And again, it's a serious warning, which is why the phone alert just came in. Yes, and so that warning goes up to Racine as well. So what I think all of Racine County probably just got the alert as well. Very important that you guys, let me go back to the hail just so I can show you. So again, Racine County, you're not going to get baseball-sized hail from this. Issue is you're connected to the Kenosha County warning. So everybody got lit up, okay, for the baseball-sized hail. It's over Twin Lakes right now. Okay, it's over Twin Lakes. Union Grove, you're gonna be fine. Oh, Sydney, you don't want to wake the baby. I get it. Hey, I totally get it. They grow fast, by the way. I have a 10-year-old. You don't have to wake the baby. You're good to go. I wouldn't wake the baby. No touchdowns in Twin Lakes yet. In fact, it is radar indicated, and there is rotation right on the border. So just to the southeast of Randall, there is rotation. It's just about gone. So I am wondering here if they're even going to get rid of the tornado warning within the next 5 minutes. They can do it by 11:50 if they do it. Okay. So again, significant flooding downtown Racine. Thank you for that. And you still have more rain on your way for you. But again, very, very clear here. Baseball-sized hail is around Salem Lakes and Twin Lakes. It is not in Kenosha. It is not in Racine. They just lowered the tornado warning. So they're going to let this run until noon. But the rotation will be done within 10 minutes down into Illinois. Then the tornado warning will be gone. Milwaukee, and I know someone asked about Sheboygan. Just heavy rain for you and some gusty winds. Same from Jackson to Mequon. Maybe a little bit of hail mixed in there as well. Let me loop this. We need to watch this cell for Sheboygan that's up in Appleton as well. So here's the deal. Let me give you kind of the broad view where Milwaukee, you've got heavy rain. That will end within the next hour, and then it will move out, okay? We got to watch the storm up in Appleton. I don't like the look of that at all, to be honest. That's got a tornado possible tag, 60 mile per hour, 4-inch diameter hail. Are you kidding me? Have I ever seen one that big? My gosh, you guys. All right, if you have friends or family in Appleton, oh my goodness. That is going to be softball-sized hail in Appleton. 4-inch diameter hail, although I'm not seeing that on the radar anymore, but that's what the warning is stating. We will be watching eventually Sheboygan County for that. Wow, you don't see that in a warning very often. Again, I know that we have kind of that monster hail in our forecast, in the warning right now in Kenosha County and Racine County, but it's not softball size, I'll tell you that. Wow. Beaver Dam, you're good to go. Right now, I'll get to the future here in a minute. I know I've been talking about that for a while, and we'll look at that together here. It's going to depend, obviously, on our atmosphere after this. Very unusual storm system. So again, the large hail, and let's talk about the hail threat here. And I know, Robert, you just mentioned this, the baseball-sized hail in Kenosha. You're fine. You're going to get hail in Kenosha, but there is very large hail Wheatland to Twin Lakes right now. So the hail core is going to move into Illinois shortly. The hail core moving into Illinois shortly. So this is going to stay west of Kenosha. You'll still get some hail, but not baseball size. Racine County, I know you got the alert. You are not getting baseball-sized hail. Racine County, you are not getting baseball-sized hail. City of Kenosha, you are not getting baseball-sized hail. Okay? There's still some hail around Genesee Depot and Vernon. Nothing overly strong there. So by noon, we're going to be good. That tornado warning is in effect. There's still a little bit of rotation. Nothing, let's see. It's really down into Illinois now. I would stay in your tornado safe spot for 10 more minutes. Let's just be safe on that. Otherwise, you're going to be good to go. It's heading towards Round Lake. We'll see. Someone just asked about that. And they may tornado warn that down in Illinois. So that's moving out. I want to look at Paris. You see that around Paris, there's just a little blip right here. Let's look at this real quick too. No, you're fine. That's not a concern. That's just some drier air coming in. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I know this hit quick. Shout out to my colleagues in at the station as well, Rob and Stephanie. are taking the on-air portion of this. I was napping, and then this came in. Is it safe to travel from Oak Creek to Cudahy right now? Um, it's just going to be really rainy for you. Take it slow. Take it slow. Um, but there's nothing. It's really going to be more heavy rain for you within the next 30 to 45 minutes. I'd say we are going to dry out. McGuanago, yeah, you're fine. You just have some rain. In fact, you're just ending right now. It's increasing a little bit up by Genesee Depot, but Waukesha County, you're fine. I think the big story at the moment, and then I'll get into the future of this, the big story at the moment is this baseball-sized hail text that everyone received in Racine and Kenosha counties. This is over Twin Lakes. It is not over Kenosha. Twin Lakes, it's big time. It's about to move into Illinois. So within 10 minutes, the tornado warning will be dropped, and I think the baseball-sized hail threat will go away. Racine County, you don't have it. Even though I know you got the alert, it's because you're connected to the Kenosha County warning. It's all one. But again, it's really for the Twin Lakes area here, okay? If you are on the interstate in Kenosha County or Racine County, just very heavy rain for you at this point. All right, so that tornado warning is up in 9 minutes. I'm going to check the weather service here. Let's see here. Yep. Hang on, stand by. From the National Weather Service, don't lose sight of the storm near Appleton. It's been producing softball-sized hail, and we have no reason to believe it will lose intensity as it moves south. That's the next one to watch. And I know we just talked about that. Let's go back to that here. So again, very heavy rain. Isn't this wild, though? We have been begging for rain, and boy, did we get it all at once, huh? Even some flooding. So we just got drenched. I am feeling much better about that tornado warning that's moving south into Illinois. Just to be safe, stay in your shelter for 8 more minutes if you're in that tornado warning. But the baseball-sized hail is heading into Illinois. All right. Twin Lakes was wild. Yeah, Carol, what did you experience? Let me know. Did you get monster hail? Hopefully you were in your basement. But that was a crazy storm. Someone mentioned some hail. Yeah, in Richfield. Yep, you're right on the edge of that cell. So thank you for that, Lisa. I appreciate it. Flash flood warning, Racine and Kenosha counties until 3 o'clock. This is a flash flood warning just coming out. Stand by. You'll see that pop up on your screen here in just a moment. You may get an alert as well. This is not a surprise because of all of the rain. However, and this is the thing about flash flood warnings, is they'll issue them for a long period of time. So this one's going to be in effect for 3 hours in Racine and Kenosha counties because of the heavy rain, but the rain will be done within an hour. It's just to also account for the drainage and all of that. But check your basements. That should pop up here in just a moment on the screen. Thank you. Yeah, downpour in Mount Pleasant. Thank you guys for all of your reports. Kylie, no hail in Kenosha. Good. I think the worst of the hail stays off to your west. And I know that's the confusing part about these alerts. They go out for everyone, but it's really broad at the end of the day. Same thing sometimes with those, with the hail alerts and sometimes the wind as well. So again, in the tornado warning, I think you're pretty well good to go here. Buckets of rain in West Bend. I've got that in Mequon. I'm just looking out my window and it's ridiculous right now, which is in part kind of amazing. We need it. We just don't need the severe weather along with it. No reports of tornadoes. There have been some reports of flooding. That's why there's the flash flood warning now that is in effect. So this is not for Kenosha, but the flash flood warning is from Watertown, Waterford to Pleasant Prairie on the east, Burlington, Boners Lake, Wheatland, Twin Lakes, Yorkville, Union Grove, Brighton, Paddock Lake, that area. Heavy rain, Racine, thank you so much. So again, this one's intensifying a little bit. We heard from Richfield a minute ago, so there is some hail in Richfield and Germantown with this. We'll look at the hail parameter. Sorry, guys, and I will get to the future, I promise. I promise you. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. And it looks like the hail has increased a little bit over McGuanago. So you're going to get a little bit of hail there as well. I don't think it's anything crazy, but you may get a little bit of hail as these storms are moving out. So Waterford, that's going to head towards you. Yorkville, you might get some of that as well. Within the next hour, this is all done, okay? And now we look up to the north because this is going to be a concern. Let me go to the Green Bay radar. This is going to be a concern. What is up in the Appleton area, that's going to head straight for Sheboygan County. So we're not done yet. So Sheboygan, oh boy, sun is shining in Janesville. Boy, I don't like that. Okay, let's bear with me here. Well, we're on the radar. Oops, sorry. Well, we're on the radar. I am going to pull up, if I can get my keyboard to work here. Maybe. The keyboard does not want to work. Stand by 1 second here. All right. I'm going to pull up both the satellite. We're going to pull. Oh, yeah. It's totally clear. My gosh. All right. So, give me a second. It's going to go black just for a minute. All right. So, let's look at this together here because look at the clearing. It's incredible. This is incredible. So again, we're looking at this. I'm looking at this for the first time. I've been so hyper-focused on the storms. That clearing line is amazing to see that. That's not good because that could lead to destabilization this afternoon. So let's look at some of this data here together. Again, I haven't looked at anything yet. The tornado warning is about to expire. Things are moving into Illinois, so that is good news. Did this model even, I'm going to go to an earlier run. Hang on, can you see that? All right, let's look at this together, guys. Look at this. The model didn't pick up on it. Remember last night we were talking about how terrible the models were? Didn't pick up on it, just decided to pop up on its own there. Now you can see as we go to the current run, it picked up on it because it updates every hour. So it picks up kind of on itself. So now it's picked up on it, finally. The models have been horrible. This whole event has been horrible. But it's got the severe storm up in Appleton. And that moves it right into Sheboygan County here shortly. So we're going to have to watch that. I think it's going to move out over the lake, but we'll see. This has it kind of continuing into the lakeshore areas. Then it still has a few more storms into the afternoon and early evening. So we need to watch that. The fact that it has cleared out is concerning because, let me pull up temperatures here, if it will let me. Give me 1 second here. It's 92 in Madison, guys. 92. Sorry, there. This will make your hair turn gray very quickly. 92 in Madison. So that's an indicator that we're going to have a lot of instability into the afternoon once this moves away. So let me just reiterate here, and let's go back to the radar. So the concern is going to be Sheboygan County within the next hour. And we may need to watch that all the way into Milwaukee. We'll see how that goes. Let me go back to the Milwaukee radar. Because, again, we're strengthening a little bit in Germantown with some hail, Menominee Falls. My friends that were at work and bored, you've got some more storms heading in. Let's look at this one. The tornado warning is done in 2 minutes. You're good to go, Kenosha. You're going to be good to go as well here shortly. That's a strong one near Franklin. But again, that's going to be some wind and some hail. Let's go to the hail with this as well. That's some decent hail now into Big Bend, Wind Lake, Franklin. That one's still hailing on you. And that one's getting a bit worse. So Raymond, Yorkville, Union Grove, Eagle Lake, Waterford, you're going to get some hail out of that. We still have some decent hail over Germantown. Mequon, Menominee Falls. You may see some of that. I'm in Mequon, so I'll give you an update if we start hailing here. In terms of rotation, I want that one. Let me click on this guy here. Rotation, we're good to go at this point. Not seeing anything concerning. Pleasant Prairie, just heavy rain for you. Heavy rain. And you may get a little more from the Wind Lake cell as well. So, again, let's see here. Okay, a severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued until 7 o'clock tonight. Give me a minute. This is a severe thunderstorm watch, and this is going to be for our northern counties. So Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, Ozaukee, and Washington until 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, oh boy. All right, tornado warning now. Appleton down to Kiel. I think I'm gonna have to head into work, you guys. Hang on a minute here. Let's see. Give me just. I'm texting my boss. Give me just a moment here. All right, here's the deal. Since we are settling down, I have got to go get ready for work because I think I need to be in here for the Sheboygan one because Rob Haswell is going to be leaving. And so I will come in and take over for him. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this live stream up. I will mute the microphone, but I'm going to leave the radar up for you, okay, which has the warnings on it. I've got to go get ready for work. So do me a favor in the comments. And if people are asking, hey, why is it quiet? Hey, where are you? Just put in there that I'm getting ready for work. And I'll leave the radar up here for you. And we'll just leave it streaming at this point. I'm going to go get ready, and I'm going to zoom this out a little bit for you as well. And so you can see all the warnings. Hang on, let me make sure that, there we go. There we go. That's a better view for you. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone, and I'm going to, yeah, the boss is like, we need you. Get into work. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I will put this on mute. We'll let this go. And before I run into work, I will check in with you guys again here in a little bit. Stay safe, guys. Again, tornado warning is done. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of your hard work and comments. And we'll be in touch. So if you keep this live stream up about 10 minutes or so, I will just dial back in real quick before I head out. Thank you. Hey guys, I'm back. I gotta head in. This is not good news for up in the Appleton area. And let me do this here. See if I can. Give me a second. Sorry, this is gonna get a little big for a second. Hello. Streaming radar only from radar scope. Okay, now can I make that smaller? I'm just gonna put this in the corner for people who. All right, we'll put that in the corner there. All right, so I'm going to be, so this is a confirmed tornado up in the, was in Appleton, now it's in the Oshkosh area, and that is what we're dealing with. All right, hang on a minute here. So again, I'm going to leave the radar up. I don't know if I can do this. I will try. Let me see if I can. All right, I'm going to try to add some audio here if it'll let me. Ooh, that's loud. I think you might be able to hear it. All right, guys, I'm going to head out, and I'll leave you with this peaceful music playing over the radar. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out. I will see you on Fox 6.